Good afternoon. How y'all doing? Sorry. How y'all doing today? I've been in moving around since 3:45 a.m. I had a catering job this morning and yeah, that makes me feel good. I love feeding people. I love making people happy through their stomachs. You know. Yeah. So that was cool. So I'm a little on the tired side. So excuse me today. I haven't been back to sleep yet. And I'm sleepy a little bit. So anyway, I hope y'all had a wonderful week. Um and your weekend is starting off really good. That's my hopes. Um, Here we go. Recap. Talked about finding out about my last child and his biological dad, and just talking about growing up, you know, being adults. I've been talking to the adults right now, just really being adults, especially I was talking to the Black African American community um, primarily, but not in totality. Okay. Um, because that's where I come up in, and I know it. And so just really talking about growing and being better and coming together as a people so that um life can be better for us and our children and our children's children, because I'm a grandmother. So my children have children. I'm about to be a grandmother 5 times. Ooh, slow down, people. But yeah, so you know, breaking those generational curses, really being mindful to change some things in our culture, in our families, in our lives, how we do things. And so that's where I was last week. And I'm still kind of on that a little bit because it's imperative that we get it. Like, um, I believe that we will be so much better as a people if we would. You know, we get to look out, and these statements I've heard growing up throughout my life, how other cultures are, have one another's back, look out for one another, take care of one another. And you know I want us to be able to say that. And we say it to the extent of our immediate family, right? It doesn't go to extension, and it needs to go to extension, like, because yeah, it's a lot of transformation needs to happen. So anyways, so that's where we were last week. And so today, just you know piggybacking on that, and even going a little deeper, because I want to grow, right? That's part of this journey: healing, growing, thriving, and walking into um grace and peace and prosperity and joy, the good things, because a lot of us already have experienced the bad stuff, like going through all the different traumas. Because me personally, have trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma, abuse after abuse, disrespect after disrespect, just all the bad things that can come with life for the most part, you know? Like it really, honestly, I've endured quite a bit. And now I want to see the other side of it. And it takes work. That's what I'm learning. It is relearning how to do things that has been embedded in you, learning how to respond to things, learning how to hear things without defense, aggression, ready to have something to say back. All those things, like, it's a challenge. Like, literally, I'm in that space right now where I'm not even relearning, but just learning um how to respond. I'll tell y'all a story. Something that happened to me this past week. I was Someone played this video for me, and it's like a podcast. And so it was a woman and a man on it, and the man, they was having dialogue, okay, and the guy was saying, if women would learn to listen, then always trying to be right, we will be it'll be a successful relationship, a better relationship. He said women listen to respond. But not only that, when you're telling a woman something about herself that needs to be changed, she deflects. She turns it back around on the guy and what he's not doing and what he done and all those things, and not listening to his concerns, right? And so the lady was like, no, 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 I disagree. you know, um, and she went, men do this, they need to just be honest about their feelings and da 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 da. And his response to it was, I never said men shouldn't be accountable. I never said that. When you said it, I nodded, yes, I agree. He said, but you just proved my point. We wasn't talking about the men at that moment. We was talking about the woman, and you immediately became defensive. And I heard it because I was shown it, right? So of course I'm like, well, what am I listening to? Why are you playing that for me? For me, right? Growing, trying to grow. But I didn't say anything. That's what played in my head. Like, why I need to hear that? So the next morning I got up and I was headed to work, and it dropped in my spirit. Go find that video and listen to it again. Right? And I did. And it me taking a step back, right? And listening to the message with an open mind kind of helped, right? But also just listening to the dialogue of those two really shed some light, right, on some things. And like I said, I can speak for me because I'm in transition. I grew up where we, you know, kids stay in kids' places until we let you out of that space. And that's usually around 12, between 12 and 15, that they kind of let you kind of say what you want to say or whatever. Um, I grew up watching men talk to women crazy, women talking to men crazy, domestic violence, um, a lot of addiction, a lot of mental illness that wasn't talked about, really didn't, I don't even think we really knew about, right, at that particular time. And growing up in that era, in that type of community, that's how you respond. That's what you know. You always in survival mode, fight or flight mode, isolation mode. Like it was never real like peace, calm, respectful. Like, yeah. Of course you have moments. You know, you go around the grandparents, you better have some type of respect or it's gonna be problems. But you know, it would, you know, you had those moments. You know, if you went to church, you certain things you're just not gonna do there. Um, but other than that, the communities, the atmosphere, the school, like everything, everything was some type of dysfunction. Okay. So coming out of that, wanting to do things different, right? Again, because I wanted to do things different, the problem kept coming up for me was, what does that look like doing it different, right? And not only that, but who's gonna teach me these things? Where I'm gonna get the different from, right? And so, um, having that type of mindset, you have to really be conscious of the things that you're doing and mindful enough to say, I'm doing it and I need to work on that, right? So that video, excuse me, excuse me, that video prompted me to take a step back and replay some things, right? And I was like, he right. Like, if so for me, I feel like that's why I had to take a beat, right? And replay it and listen to it again because for me personally, I feel like I'm aware. Like I feel like I'm really aware. And so when you're saying things or doing things to justify your behavior, then it puts me on the defense. But at the same time, it don't, I have to still learn to listen even if I disagree. Even if I don't agree, I still have to learn to listen because in it, it may be something that I can pull from it that will help me be better and do better. So that kind of happened. And I was just like, I wonder, like, if more people was aware, right? Or more people would really have active listening, how much better our society would be. But we can only start with ourselves. And so for me, like I said, this journey is a journey. It will not happen overnight, because I have to unlearn so much. And everything wasn't bad. I learned how to survive. I learned how to care. I learned how to love, even like unconditional. Um, I learned how to fight. Not that well though. My fighting is so I'm learning now how to have healthy fights where damage is not done, where spirits are not being broken, because it is such thing as healthy fighting. Because we're human, so we're not gonna agree all the time. It's impossible. We have our own minds. We think differently. We feel differently. We go about things differently, and the goal is to become on one accord. That we both, or the house, the family, the people that's around you can survive together because they have mutual respect for one another. They're honest with each other. They're respectful of each other. Their willingness is the same. Because you can't follow me if we're going in two opposite directions. If we're on a road trip and you're supposed to be following me, but you decide to turn around and go the other way, you're no longer following me. You're going the way that you want to go. And that's fine to a degree, but a few things can happen within that. Say you don't know where you're going, right? You don't know where you're going. I know where we're going. You're lost. What does that do for me, right? It prompts panic, anxiety, fear, and all the things because now you're lost when all you had to do is follow me because I knew the roadmap. That's going to change from situation to situation, from moment to moment. It can be anyone's roadmap, directions. We just got to hear it and understand it in order to get in a different space, a different place than where we are. We are so used to fighting. I know I am. Like I said, I can speak for myself. I don't know nothing else. So you go to talking crazy, doing crazy, being crazy. I'm gonna be crazy too. But what I've learned is that that's not necessary all the time. There's a time for that. And going through this process is revealing things. It's revealing things. It's changing things. It's helping me change how I think, how I look at things, being able to hear other people. Whew, even when you don't want to hear nothing they have to say. Sometimes you got to because you don't know what the lesson is in it until you listen. Because in everything, and when I say everything, in everything, there's a lesson. It's just about, did you get it? And with me, I'm really working on getting the lessons and changing some things so that I can be in position to get what I've been asking for, you know, because some things require a lot, some changes, shifting mindset, attitude, mouth, environment, um, all the things. Some things require it. And for me, I am really trying to work on those things. Like I said, it's a challenge. I've been doing it for all my life. Fighting, flighting, isolation. That's all I know. That's it. And I don't like it. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to. Why? I love life. I love life. So I got to do something different so I can enjoy life. It's just what that is. It takes time, but whatever time God gives me to do it, every day, I'm going to strive to do just that. I'm learning patience. Like I've been in a state in the last 3, 4 months where I have really, my patience has been tested, tried. Ooh, but I'm, and I've had a few moments between, because I'm like, okay, how much patience do I need, right? Um, but it's really helping. It's good for me because for me, I'm a runner too. I'm a track star, and I can't even run. I can't even run. It's almost like quicksand. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm in quicksand right now. And I can fight it, which is what I've been doing, right? But I ain't never been in quicksand. Let me just say that. But from the videos, from what's been told and taught, you don't fight it because it takes you faster. Fighting it makes you panic, make you have anxiety, and ultimately it'll kill you. Who wants to die right now? Not me. I got too much to do. I got too much to do. So, learning patience, yeah, I'm in that state. I think once I get that piece, I'll be on to something because that's it's hard, because it forces you to deal with uncomfortable things. It forces you to look deep at yourself, first off. Like, you get to really look at you and be like, yeah, you need some work. And I've never been ashamed of needing work on me because I know what I've been through. So I know that work is required. What my challenge has always been is consistency and having the right support system, healthy support system, the support system that's already doing things right in the way that I desire to do them. That type of support system, because I've always had some form of support system. Like I said, my grandmama was my goat. That I'm going to her, she's showing up. That was my girl. My mama was my girl, but it's different. It's different because again, when you're trying to transition and you trying to unlearn things, you can't keep going to the same people that taught you those things. You can't, like, unless they have actively really demonstrated change, right? Like, so it's like trying to get healing from somebody that's contagious. Yeah. So, um, but yeah, working on it. Working on it. So that not only am I helping me, right? I get to help my children and my children's children change the course, the dynamic of what was to what we want it to be. Because me and my little flock, we want to be successful in whatever we're doing, right? But I got to get it. And not saying that they can't get it and share it because they know I'm an open book. Like, I'm willing to learn. And I can learn from a kid. I ain't so high up there where can't nobody tell me nothing. That's not where I am. So I can learn, which because I've been learning. I'm yeah, learning some things. But I'm a teacher also. And I love giving away what I get. What I learn, I like sharing it because I want us to do better in a society. And I don't just share with my children. Mm-mm. That'll be selfish, which that's something I'm working on too, being selfish, because I don't really know what that is, but I'm working on that. But I want to do it in a healthy way. In a healthy way. So I'm working on that selfish part of me, that, the good, being good selfish. But so yeah, just sharing the knowledge, the information, giving the wisdom, taking what I've been through to help others kind of get around some of that stuff. Because if you don't have to go through all of the things that I've been through, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. And I try to tell my children that. One of my kids, my oldest daughter, told me, I just want to make my own mistakes. And I'm like, girl, why you want to make the mistakes I've already made for you? I mean, you can go make you some new mistakes, something that I ain't done before. But the mistakes I've made already, why? I don't know. I already took the class, got the degree, and all that for it. Study it, and then I test you on it. Like, but she wanted to go through her own mistakes, and some of them was the same ones I went through. But I gotta let them be who they are, because their journey is different too. So they're gonna filter out parents. Remember this. We can talk to them, we can help them and teach them, but they're going to filter what they want and discard what they don't. And we just have to accept it because there ain't really nothing we can do about it. But that's the way it is. And we did it too, if we were going to be honest. So, yeah. So, women, let's learn. Shantae, let me talk to me. Learn to listen, active listening. And if it feels offensive, if it feels like a jab or someone is trying to make you get out of character, take a step back. Take a step back. Hear the message and block out who's delivering the message. Listen to the message because it might be something in there that you really need. And you'll miss it because you're on a defense and you know you worried about the person that's delivering it. We gotta change some of that, especially if you come from where I come from, where again you're in fight, flight, isolation mode all the time, survival mode all the time. You gotta change it because everything isn't an attack. Some things is sent for you to learn something, to get better. Yeah, I'm growing up, y'all. It's hard. But hey, as hard as it may be, I'm ready. I'm on the journey and I'm willing to do the work. Even though it's uncomfortable, I'm willing to do the work. And I'm going to do the work until I get what I need to get on the journey. Because, actually, it's not until I get what I need to get because for me personally, my journey will forever be because the type of person I am, who God created me to be, I'm gonna go through things so that I can help others out of them. And not all bad. That's something else I'm learning too. It won't be all bad things. Like I done been through, I think, the bulk of bad. I think you know, I believe my latter days, my former days, whatever, however they say it, the rest of them days gonna be some good stuff to share and to teach and to motivate and encourage. Because I believe it's possible. So as we wrap up for today, I just want y'all to keep it in your minds to be mindful, kind, Give yourself some grace. Give your neighbors a grace. Take some time to reflect. Take some time to care for you. Be a little selfish with you. I don't really know how to do that, but I'm in practice. I'm practicing it. And every time somebody tell me to do it, I'm okay, let me try it. So I'm working on it. Be kind, not only to yourself, but to others. And keep God in it. Even on them difficult days, them hard days, those days that you don't feel like God is even there. Continue to trust him because he is. He's there and he's the one that's getting us through each day, each moment. Cause if anybody know like I know it gotta be him. Because if it was my own accord, I probably wouldn't be here today. And that's a fact. So again, I love you all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Um, be kind. Give grace to yourself and others. Work on something, anything that will help you be a better version of yourself. And as you do that, you will continue to heal, you will continue to grow, and we will have a better community, society because of that. So, as I close, please like, share, subscribe, invite people to watch, invite people to join. And I'll be back here on next Saturday talking some more stuff. I love you all. Have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Bye for now.